The urgent interdict to overturn the decision to allow the ANC Gauteng conference to go ahead is expected to be heard at the Johannesburg High Court at 6:30 this evening. In the papers filed today, Ekurhuleni ANC member Jabulani Sithole wants the National Executive Committee's decision on Thursday to endorse the conference going ahead to be overturned. Our reporter Mbali Thethani is at the Johannesburg High Court and joins us live. Good afternoon, Mbali. Good to speak to you. Earlier on, we saw members of the ANC leadership, including Paul Mbali, saying that they are all ready for this interdict application. Are they there? Are all the parties at the court at the moment?
Well, Hugo, we're just an hour away from letting the High Court here in Johannesburg hear that urgent court interdict, which has been filed by one of the ANC's members from the Ekurhuleni branch. Of course, his name is Jabulani Sithole. I just had a chat with him a bit earlier on. He says that he's still on his way to the courts. At the moment, it's still a bit quiet when you look at the atmosphere outside this court. But indeed, we are expecting those members who have filed this urgent application to be here just at any moment now. But of course, Hugo, you would know what is an ANC conference without any litigation. And of course, this is something that the ANC did try to indeed avoid when they came up with that decision. And you would remember that there was indeed these marathon of meetings which were indeed taking place within the ANC just before that conference got underway in Benoni. But at the same time, the issue around the Ekurhuleni branches, those 5 branches with those 19 votes, and we understand and know that the ANC, during those meetings and those communications with the NEC, which is the highest decision-making body of the ANC in between conferences, it was decided that the PEC then be the ones dealing with this matter pertaining to those quarantine votes of those 19 members in those Ekurhuleni branches. But of course, this matter that is being brought forward now by Jabulani Sithole, they want that decision by the PEC to allow this conference to go ahead to be nullified by this court. So it will be quite interesting to hear in terms of the arguments that will be presented here. On what grounds does he want this conference to be nullified and not for it to go ahead? But you would know this is something that we have been posing to the ANC for quite some time throughout this whole week, coming to the issues around the Ekurhuleni matter, and it is something that is actually threatening this conference from going ahead, because you would know, Hugo, that it is indeed in its 3rd day, and of course they have not done much when it comes to the adoption of those credentials, which is quite crucial. And when you look at issues around credentials, it does indeed pertain to those numbers, those 19 votes, which is quite crucial, because you would know conferences are always about the numbers and how many people will be on your side to ensure that you do win indeed when it comes to conference. So, Hugo, it will be something that we'll continue to monitor, and we'll try and get Jabulani Sithole, who is indeed on his way to this courtroom, to indeed tell us, on what grounds does he want this conference to not sit in Benoni.
Mbali Thethani, thank you for your time this evening. We'll be coming back to us a little bit later on as soon as proceedings commence at the Johannesburg High Court.